Hey, I'm Cherry Pop. You're watching Cherry Rants. And if there's something that I said that offended you, maybe your dumbass should have read the description below. Kylie, bye!
Your mission, Cherry, should you choose to accept it, is to bring chaos to Planet Flipside on Monday nights. As always, should you or any part of the Bomb Pop force be caught or killed, the head of Ixie Squad will disavow any knowledge of your actions. This tape will self-destruct in 5 seconds.
What's up, fuckers? Y'all, there's times I can't tell if I'm just in a bad mood or if everything around me is just really fucking annoying.
Tacos are more important than pumpkin spice. Oh yeah, I said what I said.
You can fuck off. And when you get there, you can fuck off from there too. Then fuck off some more. Just keep fucking off. And when you get back here, go fuck off some more. And then fuck off again. I judge those motherfuckers on if they're an asshole or not. What's up, fuckers? Welcome to Cherry Rants. I'm your host, Cherry Pop, and that is Vixen Little Paw.
That's me! Dun dun dun!
I was trying to contemplate what I was going to do for dinner in between shows, and I think did that cauliflower bake that everybody sent me on TikTok. I think I'm going to do that with the mayonnaise and the Parmesan and the seasonings.
Sounds like the way I do chicken sometimes.
Yeah, it's a lot more effort than I want to put in. However, I ran out of jalapenos.
Oh no!
Yeah, I made jalapeno poppers.
Travesty.
It is fucking horrible.
Travesty.
Fuck.
Hey, Myrtle.
Hi, Myrtle. I did. I ran out of jalapenos.
I need to eat something. I keep thinking ramen.
Mm-mm.
Real ramen.
Mm-hmm.
With vegetables.
Oh, I need to put udon noodles on my grocery list for Justin.
What's an udon noodle?
It's a fat wheat noodle. Like it's got this really awesome, it's kind of spongy, but not spongy, firm, but not firm texture to it.
Sounds good.
And they at the Japanese steakhouse that there's in Salina, they have they make it just like they would stir fry or anything else like that. Mm-hmm. And I tried it the last time we went, and I was like, ooh, these give me a trouble.
Those sound really good.
They really are. They really are. It's almost like a fettuccine noodle, but round and more dense, but light at the same time. I don't know how to describe it.
That sounds really good. I'd probably like those.
It really is.
Is it kind of like lo mein, only fluffier?
Yes.
Kind of what it sounds like.
Hi, hubby.
Hi, hubby. Love you. I love you.
So I got the BoxyCharm box today. I looked at it and I said, BoxyCharm, you need to know. If you give me too much facial shit today, like facial cleaning shit, I'm canceling your subscription. But they only put in 2 things this time.
I might have to cancel, but I'll still go on with you when you do the reviews.
I don't know if I want to cancel it or it is hot here. It's 92 degrees right now. I don't know if I want to cancel it or upgrade it. That's where I'm stuck at. Like, I don't want any more face shit.
Well, I can't afford the upgrade, and I can't. I'm thinking about just keep saving for specialty ones. Mm-hmm. Like, I really want to get promo boxes.
Yeah,
I really would have liked to have gotten the Care Bear one.
Yeah,
and I would have really liked to have gotten the Dr. Seuss one a lot.
I'm still stuck on the Lisa Frank with Morphe. Like, I want that PR package.
That PR package would be nice. I've never had Morphe, but I'm sure I'd like it.
I'm not mad at their eyeshadows. And that's
what I hear. I hear good stuff about Morphe all the time.
The pick for next month was 2 different freaking palettes, and they're both neutral palettes.
See, that's the other thing. We keep getting neutrals, and I have more than enough neutral for me right now.
Right. But I mean, the stuff that they sent, according to the price list, was not cheap this time. Like the facial stuff, you're talking like $90 just in 2 different things for facial stuff.
Well, yeah, the price point has been for BoxyCharm has been spectacular. It's just I don't need any more facial stuff. I've got a ton.
Right. I've got enough to last me a fucking year at this point.
Because some of it I can't use on top of each other. So it's like, well,
on top of that, until I can figure out what the fuck is going on with my eyes, like my allergy wise, like I'm afraid to put on lashes because every time I do, I end up with crunchy eyes for 5 fucking days.
Yeah.
Which kind of sucks because then I can be on the makeup table, but I can't really do anything. So I need to figure that the fuck out. I've been taking allergy pills. I've been taking allergy eye drops, and I've been putting Neosporin on them.
Don't you?
Take my eyeballs out?
Yeah. No.
Chop off the eyelids?
No. Go see a doctor.
No, they're just going to tell me it's allergies, and they're just going to tell me take allergy pills.
Eyeballs are scary things to fuck with.
Well, it's not even the eyeballs. It's like the upper waterline.
Yeah.
And that's a new development as of like the last year because like my eyes have never been sensitive. And then I've been here for almost 7 years. Matter of fact, it'll be 7 years next month. And my body's like, oh no, we're going to fuck with all of you now.
Myrtle says she'll take all the face stuff.
I use all the face stuff.
I
don't want any more of the face stuff.
It's just we got a lot of it.
Yeah, we've got a lot of face stuff. But
I don't mask every day. And we've got 2, 3 masks? No.
I've got more hyaluronic acid
Jelly bean.
How many
times you gotta use hyaluronic acid? Like
I get it, you're supposed to use it every time you put makeup on or you clean your face, but for fuck's sake. No, you're fine, Jelly bean.
Don't be worried about that. Family's important. It's important. We have replays.
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably be playing Don't Starve Together tonight, Jelly Bean. Just so you know. If you're
I'll be working on my boo blanket.
I'm need something to do. I need to blow off some steam. You never used a mask? Not even a homemade one?
Sometimes they can be fun.
I love them.
I like the peel ones.
So do I. People. I think they're funny when people think they hurt.
They don't hurt though. Like I wax my face on a constant basis.
That one we got, the one black peel we got. I'm like, okay, this might be. Oh no, get your black peel masks from Japan. Those hold on tight. They don't want to let go.
No. I think you got a black mask. I didn't get one. I got a gold one. I've got.
Oh, that's right.
The green tea one.
I got the green tea one. That one smells so good.
Yes.
That one smells edible.
That's fine, Myrtle. I'm starving right now, but that's a different story. It's because I only eat once a day.
I'm hungry too, but that's because I'm on my period, and that's what I want to do when I'm on my period.
This one is kicking my ass. I haven't used products of any kind on your face or cut for hair for at least 20 years or more. Oh, that was the other mask I got, was a hair mask that I didn't use right.
Oh, I use that almost twice a week. I like it.
I haven't really.
I can't afford getting another one, but I really like it.
See, we're breaking all the rules. We're starving together. It's don't starve together, not starve together. Fuck.
Yeah, but look here, we're starving together now.
Yeah, I know.
I'm hungry.
Yes. Yeah.
I want noodles because I was thinking earlier ramen, and now I'm thinking, ooh, macaroni and cheese.
I still want my penne, but I'm not going to eat it. Take a bite and be like, that's enough. Wasted all this food for nothing.
And I'm not starving. I'm just a little peckish.
Well, I was going to do chicken wings, but then I'd have to pull them out and defrost them, and I don't want to wait that long.
Oh, I was thinking you don't want to do that work because that's where I'm at.
I don't right now. I just literally want to sleep. But, you're air frying steak, peppers, and onions. You can take the onions out. I'll be fine.
I'll eat her onions too. That sounds delicious.
Not an onion fan.
Fried cabbage. I've never had fried cabbage. I might like it because it would stay a little crispy, wouldn't it? Crunchy. So I might actually like it like that.
You had a burrito?
Mel had a burrito.
I've got no carb tortillas too.
Ooh.
And I've got keto bread now.
You need to try toasting it. Did you try toasting
red
it?
or purple onions. Do what?
Have you tried toasting it yet?
No.
Was curious.
I don't like my toaster. I don't think sandwiches need to be toasted. It's weird.
Put a little butter and peanut butter on it.
I don't have any natural peanut butter.
Oh, well, poo on you.
I know, poo on me. That's another thing that drives me fucking absolutely batshit is doing keto when you're on your period and all you want is carbs and you can't have them. Okay.
You know,
I still won't eat them.
In the religions that fast, this isn't talked about a lot, but, you know, like the Orthodox Jews and stuff, they don't, when a woman's on her period and it's fasting time, they're not expected to fast. They're expected not to eat in front of the family, but they're not expected to fast. Did you know that
when you make marinara or you make some kind of tomato sauce and you do it by hand, you're not supposed to do it when you're on your period because there's a wives' tale that says that you'll ruin the sauce?
Yep.
I learned
You'll
that
sour
from
the sauce.
Real Housewives of New Jersey.
Oh, yeah? I
Yeah.
learned it from an Italian guy. Tony. His name was Tony.
Tony.
His name was Antonio, but he went by Tony.
Justin's so funny. He came home
Taco wings in the air fryer. I cooked them frozen and they're so juicy.
I wouldn't know how long to cook them. That's my problem.
All right, Jelly Bean. How long do you cook them in at what temp?
Everything in my air fryer goes in at 400, just saying.
Oh, wow.
But Justin came home last weekend and he hasn't cleaned his glasses since he got them and he wanted me to clean his glasses. I was like, all right. So I grabbed one of my lens wipes.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, no, don't use that. You'll scratch the glasses. I was like, what do you think I use on mine? Mine aren't scratched. He's like, no, you got to use the spray and the spray that they gave you in the cloth. And I was like, fuck it. Just give me your goddamn glasses. And they gave us these giant, like 3-foot fucking bandanas.
Right. I remember you showing them to me.
And I was like, fuck it. I'll just use that. And he couldn't tell a difference. He's so funny. No, you can't use those little scratches. No, it won't. They're designed for that, dummy. $3.90 for 20 minutes. Okay. So $400 for like 18 minutes.
Probably.
Never heard of that wives' tale, but you yeet your period, so nobody's lucky.
Yeah.
There's
words. There's words I could use for you on that one. Fucker.
Fucker. I want insurance so I can get my uterus out. Probably gonna die with the motherfucker.
I know I am. I don't understand when it's not useful anymore why they don't just fix it.
Just fucking sterilize me. What if you want more kids? Nope, those fuckers tried to kill me. I don't want any more. Thank you. Secrets.
I have perma.
No, the cheese is under the sauce. Oh, fuck off, Jelly Bean. Mine only lasts 3 to 4 days. I wish.
I know exactly what hour it starts.
Right. I used to be able to tell you down to the minute.
Never in my life. When my friends told me that they knew like what hour it started, I looked at them and you're liars. You're all liars.
Nope.
No, people actually know this shit. Not me. Polycystic ovaries suck.
Yes. They won't give you a hysterectomy because you haven't had kids, but they won't they would let you take Depo, which is gonna, by the way, Depo gave me fibrocystic breast disease.
Yeah.
Which means I don't have boobs, I have giant cysts. And I think that's what this over here is. I think it's because it's
getting smaller. Yeah,
like when I'm on, this is the second month that it's been there, but when I'm on my period, it shrinks.
Well, that's just weird.
I think it's a hormone thing.
I was just gonna say it has to be hormones.
Have y'all seen the video about period tracking apps on TikTok? My phone has a period tracking app, and
I
it's
think
never
I have
right
3 or 4 of them, but
because
it doesn't matter.
It constantly changes because I'm going into menopause.
Well, and I have polycystic ovaries, and I'm pretty sure I'm perimenopausal. On top,
I was diagnosed perimenopausal at 25 years old.
I've never been diagnosed. I'm just pretty sure of it.
Which was funny, which was 4 years after I had my tubes tied. I was like,
I'll be 49 in December. I'm close to 50.
I got a letter from the hospital that says you set up mammogram. I'm supposed to have those every 6 months.
Get rid of it and delete your data. Oh, there's no data on mine. I don't use them.
I use mine, but it's never right. They're always wrong.
Rapists are tracking the data, right? Is that what you're talking about, Jellybean? So that they can impregnate women. There's like people with breeding fetishes. Which, don't get me wrong, I don't mind the fetish. It's the whole non-consent thing that bothers me.
Yeah. That's going to go... well, the CDC is going to be very disappointed when they find out that I can't get pregnant anymore.
Oh, the CDC is using it? Well, that goes back to white privilege.
Yeah. But
is what that goes back to.
Yeah.
Which...
I saw a video about that last night, and I went, that makes so much fucking sense.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We talked in my high school, we actually talked about this stuff. I can't believe it always shocks me when people are like, oh, I'm like, didn't you talk about this in school? Didn't you have a minorities class or humanities class where you talk about this stuff? And people are like, no.
Well, the thing is yes, there's a very big topic going on right now, and what we are leading into, yes, is a hot topic. However, that's perfectly okay right now because I'm a big ball of rage.
Yeah.
Well, they're.
Oh, yeah.
I'm 42 fucking years old, my dude. I'm perimenopausal. I'm either gonna have 1 or 4 a month.
I'm spayed.
So am I.
Yeah. So
they can try to press charges on me for having 4 periods a month when it's Mother Nature kicking in.
Mm-hmm.
Put me in prison. Give me 3 meals a day in a gym. I'm good.
3 hots in a cot. I'd be on it, man. Are you kidding? I'd run the damn place. I'm wrong. Scary. Put me in positions like that. I get real scary real quick.
I know that they're trying to abolish Roe versus Wade.
They're trying to, yeah.
I've been screaming since I watched the first episode of The Handmaid's Tale. This is what we're going to if you guys don't watch out. But the thing is in this day and age, women do finally have a bigger voice, and we will use that voice. And there's 100 different ways to take care of things like that if you really absolutely need to. Not all of them are safe, and I'm not saying go out and do that by any means.
Here's what I have to say. We women have had women's mysteries since the beginning of time that nobody knows about but women. Find yourself women who know women's mysteries. You might have to go to people of different religions than you to find it. But y'all can take care of each other.
Been doing it since the beginning of time.
Since the beginning of time. Yeah. There is a way more that's going to go away if they succeed. This is true.
Well, that's because they're letting they're letting the church back in the government, which is stupid because we live in a country that's supposed to have freedom of religion. They're trying to take away women's rights is basically what's going on.
Yeah. They're trying to reverse all the things. That's why
this is what happens when you do not teach history to younger generations. Yep. This is what happens when you coddle your fucking kids.
If you have an opinion, let me tell you something. Voice it. Not here, because this is not the place. Find your soapbox, though, wherever that might be, and voice your opinion.
Right.
Do what you need to do. Vote. I love it. If you can vote, vote.
I agree to voting all the way up to a state level. Because after that...
I vote.
Your vote will... Okay, so the way that I see it is vote all the way up to your state level, okay? Because once it goes federal, like when it comes down to an election, okay, whatever 51% of your state votes as is the way that your state will swing, okay? So say 50% of it goes Democrat, then you're a blue state. If it votes 51%, then you're a Republican state. That's where I believe that votes don't count anymore, is after the state level.
Christy, that is my weather app on my computer is having a seizure.
Sweet.
I have no idea what just happened.
Oh, now I'm at 88.
You're 88 degrees?
Mm-hmm.
We're 73, but it's nighttime.
There's even men standing up and saying, you know what? Why are we talking
Some
about
men are
women's
being
body?
so freaking articulate about it. It's unreal. I'm impressed.
Yes.
Hey, moms out there who raised those men,
Thank
good
you.
on you. Good on you.
Oh, we're at 51% humidity. No wonder I'm cranky.
Yeah, Jelly Bean. There's a lot of stuff, even on a basic level, that I teach my kids. And my kids are special needs. And I've actually taught weekend classes for other people's kids in the past. I've done history. I've done religions. I've done cursive handwriting.
Well, here's the thing. Us as a country, we are so far behind in education because we've literally whitewashed history so hard it's not even funny because the government wants us to believe one thing when that's not the truth. You can go overseas and watch news about America and it's going to be completely different than what we're being told over here.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to, the sleight of hand in this country is insane. I also believe if you don't vote, you don't have the right to talk about politics.
Mm-hmm. I agree too. The women that support this is astounding. Well, let me from a Psych 101 level, because that's the most training I have in psychology. In the Psych 101 level, it's not that astounding. We have a lot of charismatic, cult-ish behavior from the male-dominated society that we live in.
The women that are supporting all of what's going on are typically brainwashed due to their religious beliefs.
Or just the
or not being educated enough.
Yeah. They feel, if you feel safe and taken care of, there's a lot of stuff you'll believe.
Mm-hmm. And by no means am I downing anybody's choice of religion. Because you have that here.
Penn and Teller, the president and VP.
I mean, that would be
I love Penn
amazing.
and Teller. That would be amazing. I've actually met them. They signed my friend's breasts. I watched it. But yeah. They're interesting guys.
Mm-hmm.
They're interesting, especially when Teller talks.
Yeah, it's very rare that he does.
He is a smart ass. Oh
yes.
my god.
Very much so.
But they're both very brilliant. Very brilliant. But he was on Big Bang Theory. He played somebody's dad.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember whose. But he played somebody's dad. It was funny. Was it Amy's?
I don't know.
Might have been Amy's dad.
I haven't the foggiest.
And Kathy Bates was her mom.
Yeah.
Nobody's home. I gave it The Office.
That was my toe tapping.
So, zombie apocalypse.
I'm down. Let's go.
When it happens.
I need machetes.
You know, did I tell you my neighbor stole my machete?
What?
I had this really nice machete, and it's actually very common for people in Florida to own machetes.
Well, yeah,
because of the brush and stuff that we have to clear.
Yeah.
So I had a very nice one with a plastic sheath and a real nice handle. The thing about machetes down here is you have to find ones with nice handles. Some of them suck. Well, we're getting buses and going up the East Coast. We'll probably rock it around just a little bit, pick up Cherry, and we're going north where there's like sustainable food sources.
Yeah, but you also have to remember we have to survive the winter as well. So growing season needs to be like,
right.
This is going to sound strange, but we need to go to like a desert climate so we can grow all year.
Well, you can grow all year in the winter climates too.
Yeah, but I don't want to build a.
Well,
where are we going to find the beefaloes?
Still vote. We're going to find the beefaloes. Michigan, Traverse City, Michigan, the biggest buffalo herds that are domesticated in the weird.
Don't get me wrong, the Kansas winters are pretty fucking brutal, but I would not want to be in the northern East Coast when winter hits. That's for damn sure.
Not far east. Michigan is far east as I'll go. Because then you get lake effect and ocean effect are two different things.
Southern Colorado would probably be ideal because the winters aren't that brutal. You can grow all year round.
Well, we just have to find an abandoned missile silo.
Which would probably be southwestern Kansas.
Yeah, or Nebraska, which is Texas.
I'm like 2 hours south of Nebraska.
Well, the beefalo, see, they turn into beefalo after the radiation.
Beefalo are a real thing, though.
Yeah, beefalo are a real thing.
There's a reserve not too far from my house that's nothing but buffalo, by the way.
Yeah, I didn't know until after I started playing the game Don't Starve Together that beefalo were real.
And I have been adopted into a family that's a ranch, and they have cows.
They have cows?
They have cows. So we'd have beef all year long.
Yeah, I know how to raise just about anything. Or I have animal husbandry in my background. So
I've got plenty of zombie bait.
Electrocute them. It's my favorite.
Dude, I'm telling you, everybody's like, oh, I want a gun. And I'm like, and then there's the machete, which never runs out of ammunition.
Yep. Hi. But I was telling the machete. Yeah, the
machete story.
So anyway, the neighbor, like 3 neighbors ago next door, because we go through neighbors like crazy because we're mostly around rentals because we're in the art district. And they came over and they said, "Do you have a machete?" I said, "Yeah, hold on." And I went and got it, and they're like, "Oh, you have like a real machete."
Yeah,
I have a
and they
sword.
took it. They left.
I have a sword, like one of those samurai swords.
Mm-hmm. You have a katana?
I don't. I'd show it to you, but I think I'd probably get you in trouble if I showed it to you.
No.
I'll show it to you later.
Probably a katana.
It's probably a katana.
It's really fancy. I'll show it. I'll show just the butt end of it to you.
Then I'll be able to tell, actually.
Yeah. Okay.
There's a silo in Abilene, which is, by the way, 7 miles from my house, that is for sale for $380,000.
That's not bad.
No, and it depends on where.
Because I was looking at a church that wanted $4.3 million for it.
Mm-hmm.
I was mad.
I almost moved into
I wanted
an old
it.
Church.
It was a beautiful church.
Myrtle lives in an old church.
I've always wanted to live in a church or a school, like not a huge school, like an elementary school. You know, not.
Well, when we were looking for houses before we got this one, we looked at a church and we looked at an actual like 1800s school.
Mm-hmm.
Except for we were going to have to move the kids' school districts, and I said no. But it had a stripper pole and a bar in the basement.
There you go.
I was told it's very sharp.
Yeah, it's katana.
It's very sharp, they said.
It's a katana.
Yep, it's a katana. You can tell by the work and the handle.
Mm-hmm.
The hilt is round and small, and the palmus is very long.
A cute little thing.
They have the longest palmuses.
See, look at the cute little thing.
Oh, samurai.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I have a broadsword, and it's very much like Conan's.
It's very rare for me to not have live steel around me. Like, I literally sit with live steel with me every day. It's usually in my bra or on the
table. I have a Texas toothpick.
I have my daddy's.
They're this big.
That sits in between my seats in the pickup next to me. They're sharp everywhere.
I don't know where to put it.
Your husband has a 2-handed claymore.
Back.
I also have a dirk, which is just a little sword. It's like either a little sword or a really big knife, depending on how you look at it.
It's bigger than a dagger, but smaller than a sword.
Yep. It's what the Scots use most when you see them carrying the swords on their hip.
Are you? I was wondering about that.
So Chrissy Ainsworth, how are you feeling?
Because you had pretty poopy the other day.
Yeah, she was not feeling good the other day.
I'm cold.
Oh, by the way, Eliza, if you're up tonight, I'm going to be playing after this.
You guys are like crack fiends for that game. I love it.
You want to see the cool camp?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Yes, you do. Yay!
I'll
I
probably go in
know.
there and
I
die.
know
but-
I am, Cherry.
Well, here's the thing.
Eliza's worse than I am, but I
so
play it.
I have
more.
this whole binder of stuff that I want to do throughout the year for crocheting, which means I can't spend as much time on the computer. So I can't play Don't Starve Together crochet at the same time.
Says who?
It says me. I don't have 4
You can
hands.
play
I
with
only
us
have
for a
2.
couple hours and then go crochet.
Yeah, but it's not how it works in my head.
But there are no buts in Planet Flipside.
Ma'am,
there are no butts in Planet.
I asked you. There's
no
butt
crying in baseball.
right there. There's a butt on Planet Flipside right there.
Okay.
It's not a very big
We
one.
see your cutie patootie.
Christy, I think.
Christy, I was asking you.
Oh, I'm sorry, Chrissy.
I hope you're feeling better soon. One of these days, we have to have a woman's
You're in North
retreat. I think
Texas.
it would be too much fun.
Hey, Christy,
Yeah.
Christy's in South Texas.
Oh yeah, you guys are in the same state. Only it's the
Yeah.
biggest state. I think
I'm
on
not
each side of
interested at
Texas,
all.
there needs to be a sign that says, "Welcome to Texas. We own your ass for 3 days."
Yeah, I don't think Texas is actually the biggest state. I just think it's the whitest.
No, it is the biggest state. It is the biggest state.
Well,
I
I
think
live in my
Alaska is the biggest state.
I was gonna say
Alaska, it actually, I was told that it beats Alaska, but not by much.
Really?
They're very
You think
similar
so?
size, yeah.
Well, here's the thing.
Okay.
Is that
And Texas has more
I
population.
will
too.
never move to.
Okay. If we're going by population.
I don't know if that's what they meant or not. That's why I said it. I know there's more population in Texas.
But Alaska has
Alaska is
mountains.
the biggest, Christy says. Christy says I'm wrong.
Alaska has mountains.
I'm good with that. I can be wrong.
Texas has mountains.
Mountains.
Texas has mountains?
West Texas has mountains. I used to live.
That's the thing. That's Patootie
I
is a
used
cutie.
to live a couple
That's
hours
the
away
food-
from West Texas. I
Texas
used to
has
live an hour
mountains,
from the Mexican border and all the entire western side of Texas on the
Is like
border has
Mesa?
mountains.
Mind blown right now.
Really?
I didn't
Oh,
know
heaven.
the Texas. When I was there, I would drive and drive
Oh,
And
honey,
drive
I'm not kidding about
and
that. I owned you
drive
for 3 years.
and
3 days.
drive
Well, yeah,
Yes.
because if you're driving across
Drive.
Texas, that's the biggest mistake of your life.
and drive and drive.
Drive some more.
And it was like the same. And it's
It
like
takes the same amount of time to drive across
nothing.
Texas as it does the entire
Alaska
United
can
States.
come too.
The funny thing about Texas,
Oh,
when you go
me
from
too.
New Mexico to Texas, when you go from eastern New Mexico into Texas, like New Mexico is all brown, and then you hit the Texas line and it's green.
But I'm late tired. Then take a nap. Then let me so.
Wow. Texas is
The
all-
earth is round. Oh, that's a pretty sweet earth.
But yes, Texas
I love
does
that
have
audio.
mountains.
It's one of my favorites.
12 hours east to west.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it seems like so much more when you're actually
Wow,
driving it.
yeah.
It seems like 3 days.
Yeah.
Well, that's because of the
Well,
cities.
and I have to say, most people that I know, we were young.
We were
I
young.
love you too, Chelsea. We were young, and we would be like in buses and stuff, which
Mhm.
always take forever. It takes like 7 days to get from Michigan to Florida.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
I used to be able to make it from southern New Mexico to Toledo in 24 hours straight.
Fighter shit.
Oh, I have a really funny story. So, my brother and I, we were traveling from
Ooh, Alaska's
I
a lot.
forget
bigger.
where we were traveling. We were traveling through Oklahoma, and I was driving, and there was this. I was driving through the city, and the GPS, it was pouring down rain,
Mhm.
and it's like, and there were cars all over the place. And it was like a 4, 5, 6. I don't even know how many lanes there were, but there were a lot of lanes, and there were a lot of cars. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can't see because it was just pouring down rain. And all of a sudden, the GPS is like, turn right. And I'm like, what? I'm supposed to turn? And there was like no way for me to turn right. There was no way, no
Right.
road. And I was like so scared. Because I was in the city and I'm like, what am I supposed to do? So I started yelling at the GPS.
So when
My brother was sick in the back seat.
Oh,
when my sister and I, we had to go back to Ohio twice, when my father passed and when my grandfather passed. And when Papa passed, we decided we were going to drive because I was not spending 24 hours in fucking airports again like we did when Daddy died. Okay. Wasn't doing it. So I said, fuck it. We'll take the 24 hours and drive it. I was on Phenermine. I adjusted my meds. We had no problem.
I was just going to say. Oh my God.
So I know how to go from the town that we're from to where we needed to go. I've taken that route 1,000 times in my life.
Oh, yeah.
My sister decided she wanted to bring her Tom. Okay, now 2 things happened.
I hated that thing.
Tom.
My mom had one of those. I hated it.
Tom decided to try to make me go down 26 miles of dirt road in Pampa, Texas, which I did not know there was a 26-mile dirt road down in Pampa, Texas. There's nowhere where I needed to be. And second, it tried to put me in the St. Louis River.
Oh.
I said, Tom, fuck you. I'm turning you off. And when we got there, the funny thing is it was the first time in 30 years that all of my cousins and I had been together when Papa passed away. It was funny to me. But all of my cousins that were still in Ohio told me, my sister's accent is not nearly as much as what mine is, but the cousin that is younger than I am, because I'm the oldest on my father's side, turns around and he looks at me and he says, "You sound like you're from Texas." And I said, "How fucking dare you?" And he said, "Why?" I said, "New Mexicans hate Texas." And he says, "But you're not New Mexican." I said, "Motherfucker, I've been there for 20 years. I'm goddamn New Mexican."
I can't not claim it anymore.
Right. Like I was native to the land at that point. I'd been there pretty much my whole life.
It's in like 3 years, common law marriage.
Actually, it's 10. Or
Is it really?
It
used to be 3.
But it was just funny to me because my cousins, like, we hadn't been together and we didn't really know each other. And he just pops off and he's like, "You sound like you're from Texas." And I was like, "Fuck you." He stole my boat.
He stole my boat.
He did, because my papa, he knew the one thing that I wanted from him was his fishing boat. That was the only thing I wanted. And my cousin went the minute that my papa died and dry docked it and wouldn't tell me where he dry docked it.
Oh, that sucks.
I was pissed.
Once we were driving from Michigan to Florida, and I was like,
I've
15,
seen those
15 or 16,
mm-hmm.
and I was the navigator. I read the map, which I'm sorry, y'all, but a regular map is so much easier for me to read than the
Rand McNally is my best friend.
I tell you, and they're harder and harder to find.
Actually, truck stops, honey, but they're expensive.
But they're expensive. Yeah, they used to be $1 at the most, 50 cents.
Yeah, now Rand McNally's like $50 for a good one.
Oh, anyway,
so
we're going down. We're in Georgia, right?
Mm-hmm.
I remember this like it was yesterday. We're in Georgia, and I said, "Ma, you got to take the next exit." She's like, "Why?" I said, "Because the highway stops. This is an 8-lane highway."
Yep.
She's like, "What do you mean it stops?" I said, "It stops. There's no road." She goes, "No, that's impossible." I'm like, right? And she's like, no. Right? We came to a wall.
Yeah.
That is like a 2-story brick wall.
So on 54, on Highway 54 in that ends in El Paso, Texas, you have to get off because the highway stops.
It just stopped. We had never seen anything like that. But there was a thing you could U-E and go back the other way.
Yeah.
Which was cool because that's the first time I ever saw a car blow a rod. We went around. I had been, I had seen the aftermath of it before, but we were going this way, and it hadn't been a Corvette because of the shape of it in my head. I'm pretty sure it was a Corvette. And I saw it, there was a puff of smoke, and then you could see the oil just, and you could see the rod go through the thing, and it just started spinning. But there was so much we couldn't stop. There was no way for us to get over and help. But it was the coolest thing I ever saw. I don't know if the guy was okay. I don't know.
One of my exes,
I'd never seen that happen before, and all I could think of is, at the age of 15-ish years old, why wouldn't you do an oil change on that nice?
So here's a fun story.
Yeah.
I had one of my exes was going to school, and the main campus for the college was 60 plus miles away, so they had to drive it every day. Okay, so when they decided they were going to start their first semester, I went and I took the car in and I got an oil change at Walmart. Okay, because I didn't want to do it myself. And I gave him the keys and they said, "Here you go, here's the car." First day, he drives that way. Car starts overheating on the way there. He doesn't say nothing. On the way back, he calls me and he said, "So the car's dead."
Oh.
So what happened? He says, "I don't know. It just died."
Oh.
Come to find out, they did not put the oil cap back on. The car lost all of its oil. It shot a rod right through the block, the radiator, and the transmission.
Oh. Wow.
And it was my favorite car.
Oh my god.
Like if I had that car to this day, I would still drive the motherfucker.
She didn't tell me what was going on. All of a sudden we're driving and the car just went boom.
Yep.
And I was like, I said, "What just happened?" She goes, "I put oil in it today." When? Why?
I've got another really good one. My sister.
Don't do that.
Not
Don't
car
put
savvy.
oil in a hot car.
No.
Do not put new oil in a hot car.
So my sister, who is not car savvy whatsoever, we were raised by mechanics. Okay.
She just wasn't paying attention, is what you're telling me.
No,
I'm not
was
car
not
savvy.
So she never
My
checked
mom
her
never
oil.
thought.
She would always just add oil to it. Okay.
That
my
sounds
stepdad
like
one
me.
She asked my
With
stepdad
my
one day,
first car.
"Can you do an oil change on the car?" And he said, "Yeah, no problem." 5 gallons of oil drained out of that car.
How does that fit? What kind of car
I don't
was
know.
that?
It was
Wow.
a fucking Sundance. Okay.
Oh, those are magic cars.
They really are.
I don't know how they live.
I don't either.
I'm always amazed. I never owned one, but I knew tons of people, late 80s, early 90s, who had those cars. And they were like,
Yeah.
how'd that thing
Well, she's
live?
also not allowed to own anything less than an SUV now because she got T-boned in her little Ford Fiesta too. So she's not allowed to own small vehicles anymore. My sister got in she had so much car trouble and so many wrecks the first 3 years she had her license. It wasn't even
It's
funny.
oil, not fuel. Yeah, you're right, Jelly Bean.
But yeah, no, I thought my stepdad was lying, and he pulls out this 5-gallon water jug full of oil, and he's like, "This came out of the car," and I was like, "No, it did not."
No, it did not.
And I looked at her. I said, "How did it happen?" She said, "I just put oil in it. I never checked it."
Okay, I checked mine. I just
Now, mind you, I'm the one.
add oil because
You
it was
don't want it.
low.
I'm the one who was like, I always wanted
Never
big vehicles.
got
I always
it
want big
changed.
vehicles. So like a pickup is very common for me to have. And I had an 88 Chevy Silverado and had to change the spark plugs. And I'm the one who's literally small enough to fit in the engine compartment to change the spark plugs.
Yep.
And my ex-husband comes out one day and I'm in there and I'm changing the spark plugs. And he goes, where are you? And I put my head up and I was like,
Where are you?
he's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Changing the spark plugs." And he's like, I said, "No, it's my job. I'll do it."
I'm tiny. I'm like that.
I'm also the one who has done most of the work on my the Ford Focus that I did the teenager, and neither Justin nor the teenager believed that I knew how to disassemble the engine compartment to lift the engine out of the car because the water pump and the alternator are both behind the engine.
Oh, I
Sapphire.
hate when they do that.
Which I have done multiple times.
Partly why you should never. Okay.
And why every time I tell them these are the parts that you need for the car, they're like, no. And I'm like, yeah. I've had this
We
car
lost
for
our
a
first
decade.
very cool Ford van because the mechanic would not listen to me. Because I was a girl. I know he wasn't listening to me because I was a girl.
Right.
That was it.
Dane's gonna lose his truck with another antifreeze. Aw.
Oh,
You were thinking with Jelly Bean. And I'm sorry.
Well, like, okay, so the Focus needs new
I'll
motor
be
mounts, a new
right back.
serpentine belt, new power steering not reservoir, not a new pump. It's I can't remember. It's something to do with the power steering. No, it is the reservoir. It does need a new reservoir. It needs a new alternator. It needs a new water pump. I just replaced the thermostat before I moved up here. Needs new tires. Justin's like, how many motor mounts do you need? I was like, 2. He said, well, how many does the car have? I said, 2, and it's going to need a new transmission, 2. He said, there's no way. I said, go look under the hood and you tell me.
Yeah. There were...
Oh, shit.
I was 21, and this is when I only dated women. And I was with my friend, and I said, stop at this gas station up here. I want to check the car before we go on this 4-hour road trip to the club. So he popped the hood, and I'm looking at it. I said, I need water for the battery, and I need this. I basically topped off all the fluids, and everything was fine. And as I'm doing that, somebody else pulled up, and I could hear him talking to another guy. And he said, what are you doing? And I looked up, and I said, I'm checking everything out before we go on this road trip up to the clubs tonight. He says, I need one of those. My friend looked at me and said, go get your own goddamn lesbian.
So when the heater core hose on my Focus went out, that's when I found out that not all parts from 2004 and 2003 Focuses, or 2004 and 2002 Focuses, are made for 2003 as well. It's like a specific year that they oddballed the car out. And I was, looking around the junkyard, and the guy who owned it was like, oh, just pulling off a 2002. I said, it's not going to work. He said, well, I've got a 2004. I said, it's not going to work. Do you have a 2003? And he said, no, I don't. And I said, okay, well, I'm going to have to order one on the internet. And sure enough, I had to order one off the internet. And the guy called and he said, did you find one? I said, yeah. And he said, that's the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. I said, no, the 2003 is just an oddball.
Yeah. Some cars are like that. They just
right.
have odd parts.
And then the first time my water pump on my Focus went out, I'm in there, like, I'm literally disassembling everything. My ex-husband's like, what are you doing? And this is a different ex-husband, by the way. So I'm replacing the water pump. He said, that's a man's job. I said, I was raised by mechanics. He said, well, let me do it. I said, you're going to do it wrong. He said, no, I'm not. I said, okay, fine, you do it then. So he did it. And I had to go back to town and buy a new water pump.
Yeah, Sapphire, I'm the same. That's the biggest reason I don't drive. I am an excellent driver. I can combat drive. I can drive all terrains. I can drive anything with wheels. I can drive, including tractors, which have 4 brakes.
Yeah,
and
tractors are fun to drive.
Justin used to drive a tractor. Yeah. He worked for an agriculture company.
and I can drive buses. Mm-hmm. Big Bluebird buses. I can drive them, and I'm very good
Bluebird,
at it.
Actually, fun thing about Bluebird is they're actually based out of Kansas, and they just shut down their factory last year.
Really?
Why?
Now they're no longer
making what?
They're making RVs instead of school buses.
Oh,
who's going to make school buses?
I don't know, but not Bluebird.
I'm confused. One of the things I like about Bluebirds is they have very, very simple combustion engines.
Mm-hmm.
So they're easy to fix. Even if you have to kind of rig something together, you can fix it. Mm-hmm. Which is why we live so close. No, we actually live right by the bus garage for the whole county.
Oh.
So if the apocalypse comes, the first thing we're doing is finding enough drivers to take a few of those with us. And the other thing is easy to wire.
Well, the fun thing about newer semis is you actually have to special order manual transmissions now. I'm not saying semis are the easiest things in the world to drive. Mm-mm. You just got to remember you got to turn real wide.
Yeah. Well, it's the same thing with Bluebirds too. Bluebirds are not hard to drive. You just have to remember to turn wide. Mm-hmm. You have to remember how long and how tall you are.
It was funny last night. Justin and I were talking, and he was saying he was gonna be pissy about today. I was like, well, I'll trade you. And he's like, all right. I said, but just remember, I have road rage and depth perception issues, and I forget how wide to turn. And he's like, oh, it's easier than you think. Now he forgets that I taught a woman how to back a trailer into a dock without ever driving a semi.
Mhm.
Wow.
I had to teach my mom how to back her rig up.
Hi, Justin.
We couldn't do it.
Hi. We just talking about you.
You still pissy about today? You
Still
can be
pissy. It's okay. You can be pissy.
You can be pissy until you're 10 hour. Then you can't be pissy no more.
Then it's done. Done.
Here's the fun thing: when the apocalypse happens, I know plenty of flatbed drivers.
And my mom, I don't care how old she is, she can drive anything with wheels.
Mhm.
Hell, she can drive things with treads. The first
I don't
thing
think-
I ever rode on as a baby, they took me home from the hospital
Mhm.
on a snowmobile.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's the first thing I ever, and that was the second thing I ever learned how to drive was a snowmobile. When
I
was
have full
4.
confidence that I know how to drive anything that has wheels. I just don't have confidence in other people around me.
Exactly.
So,
that's one of my problems.
If you put me behind 80,000 pounds, somebody is going to die.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna die.
That's why we're saving our skills for the apocalypse.
Mhm.
And our combat driving comes in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Right.
the moose killers that you guys see on the front of semis, or what are they called, babe?
Push
The push guards, yeah.
guards.
Oh, yeah.
I want one like for Mad Max where it's shaped like a snowplow.
That's what
Yep.
I need for my car.
Uh-huh.
First
Me
time I
too.
saw one of them, I'm like, that is the best deer gate I have ever
Yes.
seen.
I
Yes.
need one of those for my car.
Chop it right in half and just clean it right there. You have food for the
I
winter.
turned down a
man.
road to this dealer, and the first sign said no trucks over 65 feet. Sir, but you're not over 65 feet. Or are you
Wow.
by like that much?
But I was just gonna say, I think,
Well, the trailers are anywhere between 48 to 53 foot.
yeah,
Or 52 foot, I'm sorry. Your grandpa was a trucker, your uncle's a trucker, your uncle on your mom's side is a trucker, and for the carnival, oh, you're 75. Okay. Your mom can drive one high, however, cannot, which I find hilarious.
Oh, we see. I grew up on a fully functioning full farm, so we had to learn how to drive, and it didn't matter if you had a license or not.
Yeah.
Especially since you're on private land.
Well, here we have this.
Go fill the trailer. Okay.
We have what's called a farming license, where you can, if you stay within the state, you can drive a semi as long as it's for a farm.
We could do that by county, not by state. When I was growing up, but you know what? I never had a license because my dad's best friend was a chief of police. I knew all the policemen.
I learned how to drive a standard on a fucking sit mower.
I learned how to drive a standard in the truck. I said, I need to learn how to drive this thing. And Mom looked at me and said, take it out in the alfalfa field.
Justin
That
about
way I wouldn't
died
hurt
the first
anybody.
time we got on a, he had a four-wheeler. And it was standard. And the first thing I said, well, fuck, I don't know. And he says, it's like a Harley. It's 1 up, 4 down. I wouldn't get out of second gear. And he says, no, it's okay. Go a little faster. Get in the third gear. So I said, okay. I pressed the clutch and I accelerated. And we went, as soon as I popped that clutch, I'd never heard a man scream so much in my life. It was funny. We were literally popped up and I was leaning forward. He was scared for his life.
The car I have now is only the second automatic car I've ever had. Every car before that was a standard. I learned how to drive on a standard.
I prefer standards over automatic.
And now I know why my 2 cars always need brakes. Because when I had a standard,
you could
I would
just
downshift.
Yep.
When I would come to a stop sign, like I downshift.
Yeah.
I like very rarely use my brakes.
When I first started driving, after I learned how to drive a manual, somebody stuck me in an automatic, so I started driving my automatics like I did standards.
Jelly Bean, you're so silly.
He's 75 feet, Jelly Bean.
He's a giant.
He is, compared to me. I mean, he's 6'4". I'm 5'1.5". But did you? No, he did not die.
But did
Obviously.
you die?
Did you die? No.
Yeah, when the youngest kid, and I used to do this with kids I used to babysit too. Ah! Whoa, is somebody bleeding?
Is somebody dying?
Is somebody dying? Then you're fine. Take a deep breath. There's no blood. There's no death. We can go from there. We can work with anything else.
However, I will say up until this day, I have yet to roll a 4-wheeler.
I've never rolled a 4-wheeler.
I almost did, but I saved it.
I've gotten stuck in little mud ponds with 4-wheelers before.
You're not too short for the clutch, I promised you.
An Indian. I felt really bad when I did it. But I walked away unscathed, and the only thing that was wrong is there was a pinhole in the gas tank. Right at the top. So a stone must have hit it or something. My friends were like on the one. My friends were in this parking lot, and I was on one side, and some of them were on the other. And the ones that were on the other side said, "We just saw the slate. Do this." I didn't see it. It felt like I hit a stone, but I didn't see a stone, and I didn't see a stone when I went back to look too. So I don't know what happened.
Sister, I used to drive all the time, and then for some reason my anxiety kicked in one day, and I hate being behind a wheel now. He does. He reaches all the stuff on the top shelf for me because
I asked hubby if I can borrow his height when I need him to get something for me. Hubby, can I borrow your height for a moment? And I'm 5'7", so.
Well, I'm pretty sure Justin just got tired of me trying to climb shelves.
In Michigan, because of the stuff, we had stuff on top of the cupboards.
Mm-hmm.
I would jump up on the cupboard ledge. Mm-hmm. Countertop, for those of you who don't know what a cupboard ledge, I got in a fight with somebody once about that. I called it the cupboard ledge, and they're like, the what? And I said, the cupboard ledge.
It's countertop.
I know.
And I couldn't think of the word countertop because my whole life called them cupboard ledge, and I can tell you why they're called cupboard ledges if y'all want to know. It's a real simple thing.
There's a ledge on it.
Well, there weren't cupboards, countertops for that. That's a fairly new thing, and what you had was like shelves, and they were cup ledges on the shelf to put your teacups on.
Yeah.
So that was a cup ledge.
See, when I need something, I just do like this. And some tall person.
Oh, that was one of the fights that hubby and I have had in our lifetime. We don't fight very often, but that was a fight. I remember it being a fight. I've blocked it out that it was you.
You guys, this is the last show for our filming week. We will be back Wednesday at 6 p.m. with the makeup table.
Yeah.
We also have family game night on Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. Thursday, we have makeup table, Homespun Magic, and Splatoon 2. Friday is makeup table, The Dollhouse, and Don't Starve Together. Saturday, we have the coffee house in the morning, and then we should be on Not Another Family Game Night next Saturday if we don't have anybody.
Mario Kart.
Oh, okay, pole position. And then Sunday, we have the coffee house, and then we will have Mario Kart.
Mm-hmm.
And then Monday, we roll right back around to Animal Crossing and Cherry Rants. And sometime next week, I may actually do another episode of Chaos Gaming. We do have links below. We have a coffee link that helps support the channel, the marketplace, which helps support the channel, Doll's House Etsy shop that helps support the channel. We have a couple of links for some friends of ours that if you click those links and you buy stuff from them, you get discounts. We've got the Discord, and if you're not in the Discord, I don't know what you're doing with your life, because that's where you're going to keep up on all the up-to-date stuff going on with the channel, whether there's going to be raffles or giveaways, or whether there's food porn, or if there's new shows, or if we have to cancel a show for some reason, or
if Cherry decides to do Chaos Gaming, wants to invite people, or if I decide I want to do Gaming with Vixie, which I'm doing tonight, starting at 9:30. I'm going to do Gaming with Vixie, Don't Starve Together. We're going to be looking at a few things you might be interested in, because Liza went out in the world and found people. So we're going to check out her world in the beginning.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this is going to be fun.
But
first, I have to pee and eat something.
Cherry needs to feed herself, and
Pass out.
not be so fucking scatterbrained right now. I'm extremely scatterbrained right now for no reason.
Okay.
And then the trucker's gonna call, and it's all gonna happen consecutively.
Okay, Cherry.
I told you
we miss you.
I know. I miss you guys too. And remember, I'm trying to stay away from the computer. Is for when, I spend a lot of time on it.
This is the last day of the week.
I know.
So my kid lost her phone, but I can't understand how someone
you could just come and look at it, Cherry.
I might.
She washed her hands.
How'd she lose her hands? Did she
get
off my face, Shark?
She washed them.
Shit.
Probably with antibacterial dial soap.
Not with shit.
That's what you must put on your face.
Not with shit, Cherry.
Oh shit! Put that shit on your face.
No, we don't put shit on our face.
Don't do what she tells you to do. Read the description below. There's a disclaimer. Read it.
Shit on your face. Well, no.
Just don't.
Don't do what I do.
Just say no.
There's a reason I have health issues, people. I'm just saying. Anyway, you guys, our time is near.
Is nigh.
Liza, you got anything for these awesome people for showing up?
Read a book. It's good for your brain.
Okay.
Dish for yourself.
Dish for yourself.
Vixen Little Paw.
Remember, we're all made up of the stuff of stars that makes us extraordinary creatures. Find your spark, ignite your passions, make your dreams come true. I believe in each and every one of you. If you need me, I'm just a DM away on the Discord server, and we'll catch you in about a half hour on Planet Flipside. Peace out.
You guys, we are sitting at 472 subscribers. Go make videos on your social media apps talking about us so we can get to 500 so we can give this big giant box of stuff away, because I'm tired of crying about it. Just do the damn thing. We'll be back on Wednesday. As always, trolls taste like chicken. Love your fellow human, even if they're stupid. Okay, I love you. Bye. Hey, I'm Cherry Pop. You're watching Cherry Rants. And if there's something that I said that offended you, maybe your dumbass should have read the description below. Okay, bye!
Your mission, Cherry, should you choose to accept it, is to bring chaos to Planet Flipside on Monday nights. As always, should you or any part of the bomb pop force be caught or killed, the head of Ixie Squad will disavow any knowledge of your actions. This tape will self-destruct in 5 seconds.
What's up, fuckers? Y'all, there's times I can't tell if I'm just in a bad mood or if everything around me is just really fucking annoying. Tacos are more important than pumpkin spice. Oh yeah, I said what I said. You can fuck off. And when you get there, you can fuck off from there too. Then fuck off some more. Just keep fucking off. And when you get back here, go fuck off some more. And then fuck off again. I judge those motherfuckers on if they're an asshole or not.